The NFL is similar to a revolving door when it comes to superstar talent and big names creating impressive careers for themselves. Players develop over time or are instant superstars right from the get-go as they forge memorable careers in the league.
Play action. Prescott stays alive. Ball's out.
Then we got guys who have made it to the end of that winding road in their football career journey and are now ready for that next chapter in their lives as the next man up forges their own path. And so on and on it goes.
Blitz, Chargers pick it up. Pass caught. Mike Williams.
Although it's often bittersweet, seeing some of the favorite big names and titans of the game retire, focusing on health and family, we wish them the best and we'll discuss their NFL journeys for many years to come. So, here at TPS, we're gonna dive into the NFL players who you didn't know retired recently and how they impacted the league for better or heck, even for worse. So here it is, 10 big name NFL players that you didn't realize retired this year. Tyrann Mathieu. Mathieu, or better known as Honey Badger during his heyday with the LSU Tigers, had an exciting career in the NFL. He saw significant playing time with the Arizona Cardinals, Houston Texans, Kansas City Chiefs, and New Orleans Saints, where he was a ball-hawking safety, causing mayhem against opposing wide receivers during his playing career. Mathieu played a key role in Steve Spagnuolo's defense in helping the 2019 Chiefs win Super Bowl 54, going 31-20 over the San Francisco 49ers, and helped the 2020 Chiefs reach Super Bowl 55 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Williams makes a cut. And will roll into the end zone.
Mathieu made 3 Pro Bowls, 3 first-team All-Pros, and was named to the NFL's 2010s All-Decade team during his tenure in the league, and was regarded as one of the best safeties in the 2010s. Mathieu retired from the league in July of 2025, prioritizing being present for his family and wanting to spend more time with his kids. Will Mathieu make it to the Hall of Fame? Who knows. But regardless, he left a pretty solid and positive impact during his time in the NFL and will be sorely missed. Julio Jones. Jones is regarded as one of the best wide receivers to ever play the position in the 2010s, making the Atlanta Falcons offense incredibly fun to watch during the season. Jones made 7 Pro Bowls, led the league in receiving yards in 2015 with 1,871 yards and 2018 with 1,677 yards.
And Ryan on 2nd and 4 fires and then is caught in Philadelphia territory, and Jones.
As well, he was named to the 2010s All-Decade team, had one of the greatest catches in Super Bowl 51 against the New England Patriots, and he and the Falcons would have been champions if the team hadn't blown a 25-point lead in the third quarter.
Out of the shotgun, Ryan gets hit. Ball is out.
Jones did everything that he could to keep the Falcons afloat during the late 2010s, as his stats started to slowly decline. Jones had 3 forgettable seasons with the Tennessee Titans in 2021, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2022, and the Philadelphia Eagles in 2023, where he was just kind of a shell of his former self, being mostly a role player during his brief tenures with those teams. Jones retired from the league in April of 2025 due to his declining performance, injuries, and his decision to sit out the 2024 season. Jones is without a doubt a first-ballot Hall of Famer, and honestly, we can't wait for the day that he finally gets enshrined in Canton. Patrick Peterson. When Peterson played in his prime, he was a true ball-hawking cornerback, known for his dominance in shutting down opposing wide receivers, and formed a no-fly zone secondary along with Tyrann Mathieu and Tony Jefferson on the Arizona Cardinals. Peterson was the most talented of the 3 guys, making 8 Pro Bowls, helped the Cardinals reach the 2016 NFC Championship game, helped the Minnesota Vikings earn first place in the NFC North in 2022, and he led the league in fumble recoveries in 2012, with 5 of them. Plus, he led the league in punt return yards in 2011 during his rookie season. Yet sadly, Peterson was never able to get the Cardinals to the Super Bowl, despite doing everything that he could on the field. He spent 2 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings and 1 final season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Peterson chose to retire in April of 2025, signing a 1-day contract with the Cardinals, acknowledging that the game is now for younger players, and that he wants to enjoy spending time with his family. Similar to Julio Jones, Peterson is a for sure first-ballot Hall of Famer for all that he accomplished in the league. Ragnow. Ragnow spent his entire 7-year career with the Detroit Lions and saw the team go from being the bottom feeders of the NFC North to becoming playoff contenders under Dan Campbell and Jared Goff's leadership. Ragnow made 4 Pro Bowls, started in 96 career games, allowed only 2 sacks, helped the Lions reach their first NFC Championship game since the 1991 NFL season, and was an excellent run blocker, effective pass blocker, and a leader on the Lions' offensive line. Ragnow's shocking retirement at the age of 29 due to a persistent number of injuries and focusing on prioritizing his long-term health and his family is going to be a significant loss for the Lions. But in the NFL, the next man up must step up, and that man has some large shoes to fill with Ragnow's retirement. It's uncertain if Ragnow will be enshrined in Canton, but he is 100% going to be enshrined in the pride of the Lions for all that he's accomplished on the field during his time in the Motor City. Tyron Smith. Smith was one of the mainstays on the Dallas Cowboys offensive line in the 2010s and the early 2020s, as he did everything that he could to protect Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Smith was one of the best left tackles in the league during his prime, all thanks to his dominance in pass protection. Smith started in 171 games in his 13-year career in the NFL, never giving up more than 5 sacks when he made the switch to left tackle. He made 8 Pro Bowls, made 2 first-team All-Pros, helped the Cowboys reach the playoffs in 2014, 2016, 2018, 2021, 2022, and 2023 respectively, and unsurprisingly, was on the NFL's 2010s All-Decade team. Although Smith has dealt with a number of injuries, like a knee injury in 2022 and a neck injury during his 2024 season with the New York Jets, which ultimately led to his retirement in April of 2025, Smith still has to go down as one of the best offensive linemen to ever play in the NFL. Though it would have been incredible to see Smith play in a Super Bowl, we can only dream about it now. But who knows, maybe he'll become a coach and guide the next generation of athletes to a Super Bowl. Next stop, Canton, to forever be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Terron Armstead. Similar to Tyron Smith, Armstead is also regarded as one of the best offensive tackles to set foot on an NFL field. Armstead played for the New Orleans Saints for 9 seasons and finished his tenure in the league with the Miami Dolphins for 3 seasons. Armstead made 5 Pro Bowls, allowed 3 sacks, was named a 2018 second-team All-Pro, helped the Saints reach the 2019 NFC Championship game against the Los Angeles Rams, played in 135 games, and started in 131 of them. Armstead got to protect future Hall of Famer Drew Brees and Miami Dolphins star quarterback Tua Tagovailoa during his 12 seasons in the league. Although injuries ultimately limited Armstead's potential, especially a lingering knee injury that led to Armstead's retirement in April of 2025, his production was remarkable. But even after those games, Armstead admitted that he had trouble walking on his own for several days, forcing him to use pain medication to keep up with the demanding play in the NFL. But still, Armstead was excellent at pass protection. He was known for being a great leader on the field, and will most certainly be in the Saints Hall of Fame and hopefully Canton in the next few years. Micah Hyde. Hyde was regarded as one of the best safeties to play in the 2010s and early 2020s during his tenure with the Green Bay Packers and Buffalo Bills. He helped the Packers and Bills reach the NFC and AFC championship games in the 2016 and 2020 seasons respectively. He also made the 2017 Pro Bowl during his time with the Bills, had a career-high 17 tackles during the 2020 season, and was very reliable at tackling and being a ball hawk in the secondary. Hyde may not have played in a Super Bowl, but he showed mature leadership on the field and was a key factor in helping the Bills resurrect themselves into an AFC East powerhouse. Hyde decided to retire in January of 2025 due to wanting to prioritize his health and focus on his family. Hyde did consider retiring during the 2024 season, but joined the Bills practice squad to motivate the young guys and contribute during the playoffs for a potential Super Bowl run. Hyde will for sure be enshrined in the Bills Hall of Fame for all his accomplishments on the field in Western New York. Honestly though, we would love to see Hyde become a coach and help guide the next generation of football players to potential Super Bowl glory. Mike Williams. As talented as Williams was, his career was tragically derailed by injuries. Williams suffered numerous back injuries, which impacted his performance on the field, various knee injuries, and an ACL tear in his left knee during a Week 3 matchup against the Minnesota Vikings of the 2023 season.
Again, they'll have another chance. Williams is slow to get up.
Williams led the league in yards per reception with 20.4 during the 2019 season, made some very clutch grabs from Phillip Rivers as his quarterback in intense coverage, had 2 1,000-yard receiving yards at the Bolts, and, of course, was beloved by Chargers fans everywhere. Williams did have 2 forgettable stints with the New York Jets and Pittsburgh Steelers during the 2024 season, but Williams helped the Chargers and Steelers reach the playoffs in 2018 and 2024 respectively. Then, he re-signed with the Chargers on a 1-year, $6 million deal until he decided to hang up the cleats and call it a career in July of 2025 due to prioritizing his long-term health. But hey, we wish Williams the best in his post-NFL life and hope that he finds success no matter what he does next.
Blitz, Chargers pick it up, pass caught, Mike Williams.
CJ Mosley. CJ Mosley was a great linebacker, a guy who was dominant on the field for the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets respectively. He made 5 Pro Bowls, had a career-high 168 tackles in 2021 with the Jets, had strong physical attributes, exceptional football IQ, especially when going after opposing quarterbacks, and he had a knack for making impactful plays as a Raven and Jet. Mosley was also a leader and a mentor to the younger linebackers with the Jets, thanks to his communication and motivational skills, as he helped the team stay afloat. Mosley hung up his cleats on his 33rd birthday due to a herniated disc in his neck that he suffered in the 2024 season, limiting him to only playing 4 games, and he wasn't able to sign with any other team during the 2025 offseason. It's uncertain if Mosley will reach the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but his play, mentorship, and leadership will always be remembered. Ndamukong Suh. Look, love or hate him, Suh will go down as one of the most talented yet controversial defensive tackles to play in the NFL. Suh made 5 Pro Bowls, was named to the 2010s All-Decade Team, and helped the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win Super Bowl 55 over the Kansas City Chiefs. However, Suh had a bit of a dark side on the field, as he played some aggressive, dirty football. Most notoriously, him stomping on Evan Dietrich Smith's arm in the 2011 Thanksgiving game against the Green Bay Packers, which resulted in only a 2-game suspension. Then, he kicked Houston Texans quarterback Matt Schaub in the groin in the 2012 Thanksgiving game, which resulted in a $30,000 fine, and then he low-blocked Minnesota Vikings center John Sullivan, resulting in a $100,000 fine, which is just naming a few of Suh's brutal on-field moments. Despite the dirty play on the field, Suh was very talented on the defensive line, causing terror against opposing offenses, thanks largely to his relentless playing style, strong technique on the defensive line, and physical attributes. After spending 2 seasons as an unsigned free agent, Suh announced his retirement in July of 2025 for personal reasons and to pursue other passions. Suh is very likely going to be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and though we're not entirely sure what he's going to do after his NFL career, maybe something in the MMA would be a good outlet for all that physical aggression. Which player were you most surprised to hear was retiring in 2025? Was there any names that we may have missed? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.